It's fall, y'all, in Middle Tennessee. So we're gonna take you quickly down to Centerville, tell you all about it. We kind of previewed our little 20 acres out in the middle of this cute little area, nestled 38 miles from Nashville. And we're gonna tell you a few tidbits and trivial things about Centerville that I bet you didn't know. So stay tuned till the end and we'll fill you in on that and let me know what you think. And if you have any questions or anything like that, pop those on down below and we will see you in a few. Let's get going. Howdy. There's a few things about Centerville, Tennessee that I bet you didn't know, and we're going to tell you about those if you stay with us. It's right there in Middle Tennessee, 38 miles from the Bell Mead Kroger. And there's some wonderful little tidbits that I'd like to tell you about right at the end. Bet you don't know who said howdy like that. I bet it'll surprise you, the things that you might find out about her. There's your little hint. Stay with me till the end. I can't wait to tell you all about Centerville, Tennessee and Middle Tennessee living. Centerville is the county seat of Hickman County. It's a cute little town. It's got 3,500 people according to the 2020 census, 3,500. It is best known for being the home of Minnie Pearl, and we're going to come out of this driveway and we're going to head down Highway 100 right into the Centerville town. It's not 3 miles from where we were a few minutes ago, and it is probably about 14 miles south on Highway 100 from Highway 46. Here we are on Highway 100, heading into Centerville. Great day to be riding into this town. And we'll walk on the square and see what they have to offer. It resides at the Duck River. It has its own airport, and it is between State Route Highway 100, I-40, heading west to Memphis out of Nashville. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna join some people on the square. We're actually gonna walk around Centerville a little bit and show you some of their shops and give you a good idea of what this little town's like. It's not huge, but it is darling. It's very warm and ingratiating. So here we go. Stay with me and let's check it out. So, looking at some of their artwork, and look at how darling this little store is. This is called Little Hands, everything for kids. Just a precious place right here on the square. We have little tidbits of information along the way that we want to pick up about the buildings of Centerville. at the Centerville Historical Society. Now, Minnie Pearl, who is featured from Centerville, was not uneducated. She was actually educated at Ford Belmont, which was a mighty fine finishing school for young ladies in Nashville. Her family owned the lumber yard, and she was quite refined, unlike her little hee-haw character that was so much fun to depict on TV. We are at Joy of the Hunt on the square in Centerville, and this is where you can get some high-end antique pieces. They're absolutely beautiful. You want to call Joy. She can go and go to all the great places, all the estate sales, just a wonderful place. And so we want to not miss this, and we definitely want to give her a big plus on this. Joy of the Hunt on the square. That is she in the facing us, and this will be a wonderful thing. We learned some stuff today about Centerville, and I really enjoyed sharing that with you. And so I will recap just really briefly that it's a wonderful place in Middle Tennessee to go. I do have a listing down there. It's 3599 Brook Lane, and it's sitting on 20 acres. So that is why I went, and I thought, you know, I'm going to tell people about Middle Tennessee living. Centerville is historic. It was final place before getting to the river during the Civil War, so there was a lot of importance at that time and historical revelations around it. But it's a cute little town. It has lovely people. It has markers that define the buildings downtown on the square. It tells you all about the courthouse. It does have a cute store named Joy of the Hunt that Joy Hunt owns, and she let me run around her store and film a little bit too. So that's wonderful. It has early American antiques, and that's always a treat if you're me. But the development of the area is actually doing better than you would think. There's a lot of people that have wanted to move out of Williamson County and don't want to pay those prices. And you are very close to Williamson County because you have the western side of that in Fairview, but you know, just a few minutes away, just a few miles away. So it's probably another well thought of new place, future place where you still get some land and a home for much less than you think, and not be too far from anything, because again, you're not 40 miles from Nashville. So keep that in mind. Now, they do have some famous people from there. They had a U.S. Senator. I thought this was cool, the little finish up facts that I wanted to include. They had a U.S. Senator who actually served Arkansas, so he may have gone to Memphis and fallen in love and moved home to Arkansas with her, but he did serve in the U.S. Senate. They have a jazz trombonist and a couple of Major League Baseball players, so I thought that was kind of cool too, that were from there, and whose names I can't tell you. Some guy started DC Talk, I think it was Don Griner, started that. They have two really famous people that are from there, and I don't think some people know this one, but I'm gonna start with Minnie Pearl, who was Sarah Colley Cannon. She was actually Sarah Colley when she was there. Her family was not at all poor. They owned the lumber yard, and she went to Ward Belmont, which was a finishing school, and my grandmother and my great aunts went to Ward Belmont, and ladies went there and then went on to Vanderbilt or whatever at the time. So Sarah Cannon was educated to that level as well. She also taught my mom art in 8th grade, which I think is kind of cool, before she was famous. And she was so comical that she became the infamous Minnie Pearl, this country lady who wore a great big hat, had a little price tag on it and said, howdy. And so she has put the place on the map. They have a bronze statue of her, and I didn't get to it, but it's downtown and it's very cute. So it's really neat that Minnie Pearl is from there. I never knew that. But I will tell you, with my love for the military and historical things as well, I found this one to be slightly more interesting than Minnie Pearl, for whom a cancer center is named, who put the place on the map and, you know, was incredibly renowned, because the Sarah Cannon Cancer Center is for her. And that's pretty big in Nashville. But my love for the military made me think that this was a little bit cooler, and that was John Pitts Spence, who was our first frogman, period. He served in the United States Navy in a special elite group that was the predecessor to the SEALs. It's called OSS, and now the name came from him wearing a green suit and serving and doing underwater demolition and whatever else he was doing, training. And he came up out of the water and somebody said, hey, frogman, and it stuck. And that is how the Navy SEALs got that name. And I thought that was pretty cool. And the man's from Centerville, Tennessee. Now, he died at 95. He served in every major war, and absolutely, I mean, you know, up to, I think, Normandy and that type of thing. I mean, he's dead now. But I think that was a really cool story. I definitely know that when you grow up around the waterways, like the Tennessee River, which is huge, you end up swimming in those rivers. So, and you're not 20 miles, 15 miles from the river in Centerville. So it's really cool. We'll put that on the maps. I've shown some waterways in a different video, but I thought that was neat. Love my military, love our heroes. So thought I'd tell you that. Follow the channel, subscribe, come up with ideas or anything you want to know. I'd love to go and get those answers for you. And in the meantime, we'll see you next time. Thanks.